The time that I really knew there was a problem was November 6th. November 6th was that was the date that the tweet about FTT came out, and by late on November 6th, we were putting together all of the data, putting together all the information that obviously I should have put together way earlier, that obviously should have been part of the dashboards I was always looking at. And when we looked at that, there was a potential serious problem there. And Alameda's position was big on FTX. It had just taken a huge hit. It had taken hits over the course of the year, but that was a particularly large and one and very abrupt. And we're seeing a run on the bank start, and that was leading to $4 billion a day of client withdrawals. At that point, we started calling prospective sources of financing because I was nervous about what was going to happen there. If you rewind even a few days, I was a little bit nervous, but not on nearly the same scale. And I was thinking about risks that were substantially less.
When you say you were nervous, you were nervous the company was going to go under. You were nervous you were going to get caught. What were you nervous about?
On November 6th or before then?
Either.
So I think before then, what I was nervous about was that basically, and this started, I would say, November 2nd or so, when there was, Alameda balance sheet, through CoinDesk, and when I started to think a bit more about this, I was nervous that that would lead to substantial losses for Alameda, and that it would be a bit messy. I didn't think it was existential for FTX. I didn't think it was going to lead to a massive loss for FTX's customers. I was thinking of this as more like Alameda is going to be really tight on funds, and that maybe it would end up having some small impact on FTX, but not a significant one, not one that hurt customers at all. When you're talking about November 6th, late November 6th, then, and especially as we bleed into November 7th and 8th, I start to become nervous that FTX is not going to be able to fill customer withdrawals. And by late November 6th, I am very nervous about that, and I'm starting to think about emergency scenarios, and I'm starting to think about things might end quite badly here, and the core metric that I'm thinking of there is, will we be able to make sure all customers are whole? And on November 5th, I was feeling quite good about that. On November 7th, I was feeling quite uneasy about that.